Namaste, namaste, and welcome to Saturday morning Vinyasa yoga. And we're day 19 of our June Sun Salutation Challenge. And today we're going to look at plank variations and some twisting in our postures. Twisting is particularly good for the solar plexus, this yellow energy center that we're working with in our Sun Salutations. It's good for energizing it and for activating it. So we will do that. But first, we're going to sit, or if you prefer stand, sit in any comfortable position, resting the hands where they fall, and allowing yourself to feel the foundation of the body on the floor. And from that stable base, lift, particularly through the center of the body to the crown of the head. And find some space without gripping, without being really rigid. And find some stillness after a busy week, possibly a busy morning as well. Notice how your body's feeling today. It's really important with daily practice to check in regularly and see notice the effects of your practice, but also to become aware of any areas that perhaps need a little extra nurturing or care or attention during the practice today. Notice at least one space in the body that feels spacious, at ease, quiet, peaceful. And notice your breath, the natural breath that you're breathing. And if you'd like to, now you can use a Ujjayi breath, that soft, whispered ah or ha. I call it a soft snoring breath, the Darth Vader breath. There we are. And so if you'd like to deepen your breath, at the end of your next exhalation, gently drawing your belly muscles in a touch, just exhale more fully, and then inhaling deeply into the sides of the body, the chest, the back, and then exhaling slowly, completely engaging across the navel to help. Inhaling into the rib cage, the collarbones, the shoulder blades. And exhaling slowly, deeply, and completely. Just doing a few more rounds in your own time. And at the end of your next exhalation, if you're using Ujjayi, allow it to fall into silence. Draw your chin towards your chest, feeling that length without force, without over stretching or over engaging. And then gently roll the right ear to the right shoulder, chin to the chest, and left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. Going side to side, feeling the connections into the neck, the jaw, up the side of the head, into the ear perhaps, into the side of the face, into the shoulder, the chest, the upper back. If you want to, you can turn your semicircles into circles, just taking care not to take the head too far back. If you're circling, remember to go in the opposite direction. Changing now. And then the next time your chin comes down to your chest, Allow your head to come back to the center and open your eyes if they've been closed. Let's just free the arms and roll the shoulders a little. Lovely job. We can roll the opposite way as well. And then with a soft left elbow, making some arm circles and just beginning by feeling what's going on in the muscles and the supporting tissues around the arm and the shoulder. So you might find that I have a little tightness here, just at the front and underneath of my arm. Did an awful lot with the arms yesterday. When you're ready, you can allow your body to respond with more movement, perhaps through your torso. You can use your right arm for support or as you choose. When you're ready, you can reverse the motion and remember your head. So it is tempting to keep looking at a screen or to keep the head rigid in the center, but actually allowing the neck to move as the spine moves can be very freeing. Helps us to release tension. And when you're ready, you can bring this arm back to the center. Just notice the difference between the two sides. We'll do the same on the opposite side. Soft in the right elbow, starting just with arm circles to find what's going on in your shoulder and in the muscles around it. And then when you're ready, you can allow yourself a little bit more movement. Not forgetting your head. When you're ready, you can reverse that motion to go the opposite way, maybe starting small to begin with, and of course, in your own time, allowing the rest of the body to respond. Last one in this direction, and releasing your arm down. If you need to, you can release your legs at any stage, but here interlacing the fingers, just keeping the elbows quite centered and rolling your wrists, nice figure of eights. We can go the opposite way as well. And you can do this at any stage during our practice today if your wrists need a little bit of release. Hopefully not too much, but maybe they will. And then from here, we're going to stretch the backs of the hands away from us, draw the chin to the chest, scoop the belly in, hold this length across the upper back, just for a breath in and out. And then pressing the palms away as you sit tall, reach the arms over the head, lift through the sides of the body so you feel your shoulders creeping up, feel that space underneath the rib cage, and then just allow the shoulders to come down, keeping the length down the sides of the body. A little gentle sway from side to side. It's not much, it's not like a full side bend, it's just an opening. And we're going to release the arms, take them behind the body, interlace the fingers behind the body, roll the shoulder blades towards each other, lengthen the arms if you want to, or keep the elbows bent and move the elbows towards each other, or both if you prefer. Try to bring the palms of the hands a little bit together, so you're not just sagging into the wrists. And then from here, taking the back of the left hand over to the right hip and tucking the right elbow in, and just a little extra lengthening of the right ear towards the right shoulder, maybe lifting your chin up and rolling your chin down just a touch in that side bend will help you to massage out some tension across the front of the shoulder. You can bring your head back to center, move your arms back behind you again, lengthening or pressing them down towards the mat if that feels better, and then sliding the back of the right hand to the left hip, tucking the left elbow in, taking the left ear to the left shoulder. And maybe it's enough just to be here, but if you want, you can just gently turn the head up and down just a little, enough to feel sensation of creating space. And when you're ready, you can bring your head back to center, release your arms behind you again. This time, take them down to the floor. Lean into your hands to open your chest as you look up. And then come back to center, release the arms, roll through the wrists. As your hands come back towards each other, take the right fingers and stretch them back towards the body, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, lengthening your arm as much as you feel that you need to, just creating that openness of space on the inside of the wrist. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We'll do the same on the other side, just switching through palms together to the opposite side. Again, softening the shoulder, checking for tension. That if your shoulder's creeping up, it means you're pulling too hard. So soften down, lengthen into your arm. Breathe deeply in, deeply out, and then bring your hands back to center. Just give another quick wriggle, and we're going to come down onto our backs, which would be quite nice after sitting for that time. So as you come down onto your back, just bending your knees into your chest, and first with your hands on your knees, stirring your knees around in a circle. So it doesn't matter if they're together or apart, wherever they naturally fall for you. And what we're doing here is massaging out the space in the low back. And that includes muscles and fascia and tendons. And we can go the opposite way as well. And these movements also, they lubricate joints that we're going to use. And so the effect is a little bit like a foam roller for our bodies before we start our practice. So now we're going to try to activate the belly muscles to work a little bit more as well. So keep your knees where they are, arms out to the side, and you might want your knees a little bit over your hips and your feet extended a little bit away from your buttocks if you want to. Knees perhaps a little bit further apart, and then using your core muscles, your center, to stir the knees around in a circle. And at the moment, the knees are going in the same direction, which is great. And you might be able to feel that activation in your center. We want to stabilize enough to feel secure to move, but without over gripping in the belly muscles. Let's go the opposite way as well. And thus we are activating Manipura chakra, the solar plexus as well, the yellow energy of sunshine in the body, as well as foam rolling out. Lovely. And then in the center, you can allow your knees to go in opposite directions, lengthening through your legs as much as feels comfortable for you. So a little stir in opposite directions, again, activating those belly muscles just enough to feel secure. The lower your leg comes to the floor, the more you will need to activate in the lower abdomen, the more the hip flexors will have to do. Go the opposite way as well. And so if you feel a pull in your low back, keep your legs higher up. And if you feel that you want to give yourself that extra challenge, you can take your legs lower down. When you're ready, bring the feet back to the center, the knees back to the center, and just take the feet down one at a time. Here, a gentle sway of the knees from one side to the other, again, active across the belly, just enough to make that secure center. And as you move from side to side, you might feel that you get that sense of massage across the buttocks or the hips as well. It's all for a purpose of making our muscles more pliable when we come to do our sun salutation. Very good. When you're ready, you can bring your knees back to the center, heels towards the buttocks, elbows down to the sides, pressing the backs of the arms down to activate the space between the shoulder blades. Again, part of the core, part of our secure center. Gently lengthening the back of the head down and then activating the gluteus muscles, the buttocks, to lift the hips up and lower down. And so we're just trying to energize these spaces as we lift and lower to keep that support so we can draw on it as we do our sun salutations. And in plank poses, we want the effort of the hamstrings, the buttocks, the whole of the back, the whole of the torso, the shoulders and arms all coming into play. One more up and down, and then gently lengthening your legs along the mat. Allow the legs to be long. You can flex through your feet if you want to. You can just leave them relaxed if you prefer. Arms wide from the body, crossing the right arm over the left arm and just feeling the weight of the arms across the body and that space between the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then releasing the arms, doing the same on the other side, crossing the left arm over the right arm. Feel the weight of the arms, open that space behind the shoulder blades. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Maybe one more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then taking the arms back to the sides, gathering the knees in one at a time, 1 and 2. We're going to reach the arms and legs up towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter if they're straight or not, just roll through the wrists and the ankles a couple of times. Or if you prefer, you can just wave the palms of your feet and the soles of your hands towards the ceiling. I don't know what that is. It's not quite a spoonerism, it's definitely something. There we are. And then when you're ready, bending the knees into the chest, just hug the knees towards you for a moment to settle all of that, to contain the energy again in our center. Maybe a gentle sway of the nose from side to side. And from here, we're going to rock up to standing. So we want to take a few goes to massage through the length of the spine from sit bones to shoulder blades. Balancing on the sit bones as you come up. Holding or not holding as you prefer. And when you're ready, rocking up into standing. So, excuse me while I just pop my hair out of the way. So we're up and standing. We've limbered everything. Just take a moment to notice if there's anything that still needs a bit of doing. So I know we often start with Kati Chakrasana. If you feel like a little sway from side to side would be useful now, twist rather from side to side, then that's okay. Maybe you feel your shoulders are still needing something. You can give yourself a few shoulder movements, or you might need a wiggle through your hips or something. Whatever it is, stretching the tops of the feet to the floor. Just notice now that you're becoming more experienced as yogis, you can take some responsibility for limbering the way that your body needs it. And then we're going to come to the front of our mats, make any adjustments to clothing. I'm really hoping that this is a successful trouser t-shirt combination, and set ourselves up for Tadasana. So spreading the toes, activating the feet, feeling that lift from the center as we press the rest of the foot down, turning the palms to face forwards, firm in the belly muscles. And we just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out here. Our first round of sun salutations, just a nice, slow, exploratory round. Breathing in And breathing out, hands to the center of the chest. Breathe in firm in the belly and the buttocks to reach up. And as you breathe out, bend your knees and fold forward, hands to feet and head to knees. In your forward bend, just spend a moment here, wriggling in any way that feels good. And you don't have to get your legs anywhere near straight. So there's no point in straining your low back to do that. You just wiggle with your knees bent, wiggling your upper body, relaxing the back of the neck. Oh, feeling that delicious sense of lengthening happening through the back of the body. And then when you're ready, you can step your right foot back, take your knee to the mat, and just have a little gentle sway with the hips backwards and forwards. We want to feel the support of the feet here. So we press off the left foot to move the hips backwards and press off the right foot to move the hips forwards. It's not just a movement from the center, it's supported by the feet as well. And we're not going anywhere in particular, we're just moving. The next time you come forward, just taking a deep breath in, lengthening the back leg and coming into plank as you hold your breath. From plank, exhaling, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Point your toes and let's do a little gentle cobra. So firming the pubic bone down, activating the buttock muscles a little, lifting only enough that you could free your hands from your mat if you wanted to. But you've got the action of that space between the shoulder blades and the elbows moving towards the body. And then from here, coming through hands and knees into downward dog. Step your feet a little bit closer to your hands. It makes it easier to hold your down dog. You don't feel the strain of trying to get your heels towards the mat so much. And it creates a little more stable of a base, let's say. Wiggling in your dog, checking your fingertips are pressing down, the heels of your hands, and that you are still pressing your chest towards your thighs, lifting through your tailbone, lifting in your belly muscles, just lengthening through the legs, wiggling through the body in any way that feels good. From downward dog, just coming to a sense of stillness there, maybe exploring the heels towards the mat. You don't have to yet, you can keep your knees quite bent. We're going to bring the knees down, and from hands and knees, step the right foot forward. Open your chest a little, and then just rocking backwards and forwards through this side of our lunge as well. And we'll do this on the left side as well, but just with a little bit more holding. You may notice that it feels easier on this side because we've already done the down dog. Maybe it's your more open side, who knows? Next time you come forward, opening your chest as you look forward, free your back knee from the mat and just feel that buoyancy so that you can press off the left foot to bring it forward into your standing forward bend and a little wriggle here again. And if you want to, you can allow your arms to undulate or you can hold elbow to elbow, whatever feels good. In the center, in the stillness, inhaling, looking forward, lifting the belly, lifting the arms, hinging up with soft knees to reach over the head, and exhale the hands to the center of the chest. Inhale, release the arms, palms face forwards. Exhale, palms together at the heart. Inhale, reaching up, opening the front of the body, and exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, step your left foot back, knee down as you open your chest. And then now we're going to do a little bit more pronounced lengthening. So you can move more slowly. You can keep your right toes down as you move your hips back, or you can lift the right toes and lengthen through the back of the leg as you choose. Maybe a little bit of both. Lovely job. Next time you've got your hips back, just wiggling the hips a little bit from side to side, feeling that rotation across the hamstrings as you do. So you activate some towards the out, some towards the in of the leg. And then coming forward into your lunge, free your back knee, hold your breath as you come into plank pose. And then from plank, knees, chest, chin. Inhale into a low cobra. And we'll maybe just go up and down for a moment in Cobra. So exhaling down, firm the feet and the pubic bone down, inhaling up, exhaling down. Just a nice low Cobra, inhaling up and exhaling down. That's great. From here, tucking the toes, coming through, hands and knees into downward dog, just stepping your feet in like a foot's length. Not a foot, but your feet, your feet's length, your foot's length. And in your downward dog, giving a little wriggle, activating your hands, pressing through the hands into the mat so that you can move the weight into the legs, into the low body. And then just sort of experimenting heels towards the mat, or with the knees bent, a little bit of wriggling from side to side with the hips, as you choose, whatever works for you, whatever you're guided to do by your body. In stillness, in the center, we're going to drop the knees to the mat, step the left foot forward to the hands, and again, do our more pronounced lengthening. So keeping the left toes down, or if you prefer, lifting the toes away from the floor, just a little more slowly so that we can feel a bit of increasing length. And then the next time you've got your hips back, just wiggling the hips from side to side. And as you pivot on your heel or your foot at the front, notice where the stretch or the length moves to in your hamstrings, back of the body. Coming forward into the lunge, opening your chest, free the back knee, and step your right foot forward into your forward bend. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. With soft knees, inhale, look forward, lift the belly, lift the chest. Firm the buttocks as you reach the arms over the head, and exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Excellent. Inhale, release the arms, palms turned forward, round two. Exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Inhale, reach up, open the front of the body, and exhale and fold. We're just doing a standard sun salutation here. Inhale, step the right foot back, knee down, opening your chest. Hold your breath as you come into plank pose, looking ahead of your mat. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, low cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog, through hands and knees if needed. Step the feet a little bit more forward if you want to. Paddle through your down dog if you need to, maybe turning your head from side to side, just to keep the back of the neck nice and loose. Or if you prefer to hold in stillness, if you're ready to, then you can do that too. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then from here, either from hands and knees or stepping your right foot forward, opening your chest in your lunge, free the back knee so that you can step both feet to the front, exhaling into a forward bend. And then inhaling to come up, lifting the belly and the chest. Exhaling the hands to the heart. Inhaling, standing tall, palms forward. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching up and opening the front of the body. Exhale as you fold. Soften the knees still. Inhale, step the left foot back, knee down, opening your chest. Hold your breath as you come into plank pose. Look ahead of your mat. Exhaling, knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling, low cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. And in your down dog, just spending a few breaths. Here you can spend up to 5 breaths, or longer if you wanted to. In Ashtanga sun salutations, it's 5 breaths. In the down dog, they don't do so much wriggling around as far as I know, but be guided by what your body wants. From the center, you can either bring the knees down and step forward, or simply inhale as you step your left foot forward, opening your chest, and then exhale both feet to the front, hands to feet, and head to knees. Inhale to come up, soften the knees still if you need to. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, release the arms. So this time we're going to do our third round, and we're going to focus on plank, and we're going to focus on a little bit of where we recruit strength to find our stability there. So turning the palms forward, inhaling, exhaling, hands to the heart. Inhale, reaching up, opening the front of the body, and exhale as you fold. A little softness in the knees if needed. Inhale, step the right foot back, knee down as you open your chest, and then lengthen the back leg, press into the hands and come into plank pose. So if we're holding plank and you need a release, just put your knees down to the mat. Here we want to focus on where we feel our strength. So press the heels away from you, activate the quadriceps, the muscles at the front of the thighs. Maybe just slightly tuck the tailbone so you feel the belly can lift and the gluteus muscles, the buttocks can fire. Press the mat away from you to create space underneath the body and lengthen through the back of the neck. Hold here for a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, knees, chest, and chin or forehead to the floor. Inhale into cobra, pointing the toes, firming the buttocks, using that space between the shoulder blades. And feel how it stretches out the effort that's been in your abdomen. And then exhale through hands and knees if you need to into downward facing dog. And as we come into downward dog, it lengthens the spaces in the back of the body. So it's been very active in our plank pose as well. And this way, the center of our sun salutation is sometimes called the Vinyasa, the point from plank as we go through knees, chest, forehead, into cobra and back to down dog. And we can do the Vinyasa in different ways, but you notice that each of those postures supports each other. From your down dog, dropping the knees down if you need to, or softening the knees so the buttocks come towards the heels, and you can inhale, stepping the right foot forward to open your chest. Exhale, both feet to the front, hands to feet, head to knees. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's try that again. Inhaling, turning the palms forward. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhaling, reaching up, opening the front of the body. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, step the left foot back, knee down, opening your chest. Hold your breath as you come into plank pose. And here we're going to let the breath go. I like to separate my feet if I'm holding plank so that my feet are lined up with my hands more than together. And that just creates a wider, stable base. Pressing into the heels, pressing the mat away so I feel lift under the chest, lift in the belly, slight tuck of the tailbone, activating in the leg muscles as well as the buttocks. From here, exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra, opening the front of the body, engaging the back of the body. Exhale, downward facing dog. And in your down dog, just paddling out, softening to release any held effort and lengthen any shortened spaces. From the center in your down dog, you can take your knees to the floor if you like, or softly bend your knees, buttocks to heels. Inhale the left foot forward, opening your chest as your right knee touches the floor, and then exhale, both feet to the front, hands to feet, head to knees. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, release the arms, palms turned forwards. Exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Inhale, reach up. This is round 4. Exhale, fold forward and down. I have to count, otherwise I lose count. Inhale, right foot back, knee to the mat as you open your chest. And then hold your breath as you come into plank pose. And we're going to exhale the knees down. So we come into a hands and knees position. And then because we tend to have the feet a little bit further back, just bring your knees in a touch so that they are underneath your hips. So here, if you're developing the strength to be able to hold planks for increasing length of time, you can do this by helping to firm and stabilize through the core. One of the best ways is called a bird dog. So here we're going to lengthen the right leg back. Try to keep really firm through the buttocks and the center in the front of the body, and reach the left hand forward. So on this round, this is the variation. Hand and foot are on the floor. We're creating space underneath the body. We're firming in the center and the back of the neck is long. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slide your foot and hand back underneath the body. And we can step the feet back into plank for knees, chest, forehead. We're going to take the hands wide for the cobra on this round. So rolling the shoulder blades towards each other, firming the low body to lift the chest, maybe just a little bit higher than normal. And we'll go up and down 2 more times. So release the forehead to the floor, inhaling up, firm in the buttocks, exhaling down, inhaling up, and exhaling down. Lovely job. Hands onto the mat, tuck the toes, come through hands and knees if you want to into your down dog. And we're just going to hold for about 3 breaths to wriggle out anything that needs wriggling, or simply hold some stillness if you need that period of stillness in your energy for your practice. To step forward, you can bring your knees to the mat or drop the butt to the heels and inhale the right foot forward, opening your chest as your knee touches down at the back, and then press off the left foot into your forward bend, exhaling. Inhale to come up. And exhale the hands to the heart. Inhale, release the arms, palms turned forward. Exhale, palms together, center of the chest. Inhale, reach up and open the front of the body. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, step the left foot back, knee down, opening the chest. Hold your breath as you come into plank pose. And then exhale the knees down and just step them far enough in that they are underneath your hips or there or thereabouts. From your firm center, lifting the belly muscles already and pressing the mat away from you. So you lift the chest, slide your left foot back, toes on the floor, slide your right hand forward, fingers on the floor. And just holding as you create that firm stability in the center. That means that you can distribute the weight to all 4 points on the floor, all 4 corners of the body. And when you're ready, sliding that knee back, hand back, lengthen your feet so you're in plank again. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin or forehead. Arms wide for this cobra. Press the tops of the feet down, firm the buttocks, roll the chest up, and here perhaps a little gentle sway from side to side. It's a little snaking with the upper body, if that's what suits you. Very good. And then when you're ready, coming back to the center, hands onto the mat, through hands and knees if you'd like to, into downward facing dog. Take about 3 breaths in your down dog, wriggling or finding some stillness, whatever suits you best. To step forward, you can either drop the knees to the mat or drop the buttocks to the heels. Inhale the left foot forward, open the chest as the right knee comes to the floor, and then press off the right foot, exhale the right foot forward. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Excellent. So on this round, we'll keep our wide-armed cobra, and we're going to lift the opposite arm and leg in our plank variation. So turning the palms forward for round 5, inhaling. Exhaling, hands to the center of the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, right foot back. Knee down as you open your chest. Hold your breath as you come into plank. And then exhale the knees down, shuffle them slightly forward. Firm your center, lifting the belly, lifting the chest away from the floor. Slide the right foot back and the left arm forward. And then from here, see if you can lift your arm. If you still feel stable, you haven't really moved in the center, see if you can lift your leg. And it doesn't need to lift high. You're not trying to lift over hip height or over shoulder height, because that will create a bend in the back. Press into the left foot, the left shin, the right hand. Create that lift still. Take a deep breath in, long in the back of the neck, deep breath out. And then slide the foot and the hand back to the floor into your center. And in your center, step your feet long, knees, chest, forehead. Arms nice and wide, coming up into your wide-armed cobra for a little twisting cobra. So bringing the left shoulder down and pressing up, and then bringing the right shoulder down and pressing up. Just one more time to each side. That helps to stretch out the muscles at the front of the body. And then in the center, rolling all the way down, hands onto the mat, tuck the toes through hands and knees if you need to, into downward facing dog for a little wriggle for about 3 breaths. And if you need to, you can take a deep breath in and sigh out through your mouth, no problem. Then from the center, either dropping the knees or dropping buttocks to heels, inhale the right foot forward, left knee down to open the chest, exhale both feet to the front, and then inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, release the arms, palms forward. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the left foot back, knee down. Hold your breath as you come into plank pose. And exhale, both knees down. Establish your firm center. And then slide your left foot back, your right hand forwards, making sure that you're creating space underneath the chest and the belly. Lift the right arm. If that feels stable, you can lift the left leg. Reaching the hand and the foot away from each other, pressing down into the right foot, right knee or shin, and the left arm. And take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Then sliding your hand and foot to the mat, back into the center, step back with the feet into plank, exhale, knees, chest, chin. Widen the arms, forehead to the floor, pressing down with the front of the body. Inhale as you lift the chest up, and then a little, just a gentle twisting from side to side. See if you can get that sense of just releasing some of the effort from the front of the body and possibly the back of the body. One more time to each side. And then in the center, coming back down to the mat, hands onto the mat, tucking the toes up through downward dog, up through hands and knees if you need to, into downward dog. Paddle out your down dog, holding for about 3 breaths, using whatever feels good to you in terms of a release. And then you can take your knees down or drop your buttocks to your heels. Inhale the left foot forward as you open your chest looking forward. Exhale both feet to the front, hands to feet, and head to knees. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. And here, let's interlace the fingers and just give our wrists a little bit of a roll. So you can do that anytime during the practice to release your wrists going in both directions. But it's useful. We've done 5 rounds. It's been quite a big effort. You can open and close the hands. I find that sometimes as I'm working through sun salutations, whenever I get the opportunity to take my hands off the floor or use a fist instead of a flat palm, or fingertips instead of a flat palm, or turn the backs of the hands to the mat like in a forward bend, I take that opportunity because it just helps the wrists to move in a different direction. So this round, we're going to explore a plank, but with 1 lifted foot. Okay, so standing tall, round 6, palms facing forwards. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Inhale, reaching up, opening the front of the body, and exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, step the right foot back, knee to the mat, opening the chest, and then hold your breath as you come into plank pose, and exhale as you hold. Bring your feet closer towards each other than they were on the previous rounds, still lifting the chest away from the mat, still lifting in the belly, tucking the tailbone under maybe just a touch. Float your right toes off the floor just by pointing them backwards. If you wish to, you can lift the right leg a little higher. You don't need to lift very high at all. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then right foot comes down, knees, chest, forehead as you exhale. Inhale into a gentle cobra, just a nice low one. And we're going to hold as we exhale. One more deep breath in here, and then tuck the toes and exhale into downward facing dog. In your down dog, let's take the feet apart. Drop your heels to the right, and then bend and stretch the knees a couple of times. Maybe 3 times, one more time. We're just doing this side on this side, coming back to the center and extending the heels towards the mat. You can drop the knees if you need to, buttocks to heels, and then inhale the right foot forward as you open your chest. Exhale, both feet to the front, hands to feet, head to knees. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, release the arms, palms turned forward. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching up, firm belly and buttocks. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you step the left foot back, knee down, opening your chest. Hold your breath as you come into plank pose. And then exhale in plank, but maybe move your feet a little closer together. Press the mat away from you, feel that lift under the body, and see if you can just float your left foot off the floor, pointing the toes backwards or lifting a little higher if you want to activate in the back of the body. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Float that foot down, knees, chest, chin. Here, let's do Sphinx pose. So bring the forearms to the mat, elbows maybe just slightly in front of the shoulders or there or thereabouts. Roll the shoulder blades towards each other, point your toes backwards to firm your pubic bone down. Imagine you're dragging the heels of the hands or the elbows back towards you to open your chest for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Maybe one more, but roll your wrists while you're here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lovely job. Come down to the mat, hands underneath the body again. Come through hands and knees if you want to, into downward facing dog. Feet are nice and wide, still actively pressing the chest back towards the thighs, up onto the tiptoes, drop the heels to the left, and then bend and stretch the legs 3 times. A lovely job. When you're ready, you can come back to the center from hands and knees or just dropping the buttocks to the heels. Inhale, the left foot forward, opening your chest. Exhale, both feet to the front, hands to feet, head to knees. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, release the arms, hands turned forward, this round 7. Exhale, hands to heart. We're doing side planks now. Inhale, reaching up, opening the front of the body. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, step the right foot back, knee to the mat, opening your chest. Hold your breath as you come into plank pose. Exhale, both knees down. We're going to bring the left knee towards the space underneath the hip. I'm going to stretch the right leg back. Bring the left hand maybe just in front of the left knee, if that feels good to you. You can leave it out to the side if you prefer. And we're going to roll onto the inside of the right foot and lift the right arm up, stretching it up towards the ceiling. Now, if you want to, you can turn the top of your left foot to the floor. So you press down into the left side of the body, feel the lift under the body. You can look up to your top hand, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then return to center, right hand down, tuck the right toes, stretch the left leg, exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And in your downward facing dog, we're going to do a little 3-legged dog action. So pointing the right toes, lifting the right leg up and lowering down. One more time, up and lowering down. One more time, up. And if you want to, stepping forward from here, bringing the right foot all the way forward, drop the left knee down. Let's do a little twist here with our right arm making circles in our lunge. Just 3 back. 1 and to the front. Open the chest, free the back knee, stand into a forward bend. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, release the arms, palms turned forward. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching up, opening the front of the body. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, step the left foot back, knee down as you open your chest. And then hold your breath as you come into plank pose. And exhale, the right knee down. We don't need to bring the left knee down. That was foolish on the previous round. So right knee down, right knee underneath the hip. Moving the right arm if needed. Roll onto the inside of the left foot. Press down into the right side of the body as you lift the left arm up. And maybe even turn your head to look up or turn the head to look sideways. Really using the right shin and foot and hand into the floor to create that space. Draw the shoulder blades together for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Return the left hand down. Pivot onto your left toes. Extend your right leg and then exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. It's the last of our low cobras. Exhale, downward facing dog. And in downward dog, we're going to do our three-legged dog variations. So with the feet together, chest pressed towards the thighs, point the left toe, lift the left leg up and down. Lifting up and down. This time lifting up and then bending the right knee, stepping the left foot forward, right knee to the mat, making 3 circles backwards with the left hand as we do a little twisted lunge here. And then 1 circle forwards. Very good. Open your chest, free the back knee, step the right foot forwards into your forward bend. Exhale here. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Release the arms, palms turned forward. Round 8. This time, if you need just a moment, give yourself a moment. This time we're going to do full side planks, but you can do the previous rounds. This round we've just done that variation if you prefer. And we'll do side planks with the feet wide to begin with. And then on round 9, we'll do them with the feet together or some variation of that. And we're going to do 3-legged dogs with a naughty dog variation. And then on the next round, we'll do a full and triangle as well. Okay, turn the palms forward, inhaling. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reaching up, opening the front of the body. Exhale as you fold. Remember, you can rest out of any round or rest down if you need to. Inhale, step the right foot back, knee down as you open your chest, and then hold your breath as you come into plank. Have your feet quite wide as you exhale here. We're going to drop the feet to the right. I'm sorry to have my bottom face towards you. And then press into the side of the body and reach your left arm up to the ceiling. And here, we're just taking a moment to breathe in and out. Feel the power you need to lift. Feel the engagement of the muscles. And when you're ready, bringing the left hand down to the mat, heels back to the center, and exhale, knees, chest, chin. Here, any cobra variation of choice. I find as I do more with the upper body, I need the stretch of coming up higher in my cobra, firm in the buttocks, firm in the feet, opening the chest, and releasing down. If you want to, take hands and knees or extended child's pose as you come into downward facing dog. And here in down dog, stepping the feet towards each other, preparing by lifting through the body and then lifting the right leg up. When your right leg is up, stacking the right hip on top of the left and bending the right foot, so the right knee rather, so the heel comes towards the buttock. Move your knees apart from each other to open that space between them. Press into the hands quite firmly. Deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, lengthen the right leg, drop the right hip to neutral, look forward and step the right foot all the way forward. Keep the left knee off the mat and do your twists. Very good. Pressing into the back heel, press into the feet in general to create that space underneath the body so that we're lifting away from the floor. 1 rotation forwards. Turn to the front, look Open the chest as you inhale. Exhale, both feet to the front into a standing forward bend. Inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, release the arms, palms turned forward. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching up, opening the front of the body. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, left foot back, knee to the mat, opening your chest. And then hold your breath as you come into press pose. Exhale as you take your feet nice and wide. Firm in your plank, drop your heels to the left. Reach the right arm up into the air. Create space underneath that side of the body by pressing down and lifting away. Maybe look up at your top hand for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Release the right hand down, come back to center in your plank, and then exhale, knees, chest, chin. Wide arms for me in this cobra. You can do the cobra of your choice. Opening your chest, firming in your buttocks, drawing your shoulder blades towards each other, drawing the heels of the hands backwards as well. Folding down to the mat. Hands onto the mat through hands and knees. Extended child's pose if you wish, into downward facing dog. Step your feet towards each other. Prepare by pressing the chest towards the thighs, pointing the left toes. Inhaling the left leg up. Exhaling as you roll the left hip on top of right hip. And then bend the left knee, flex the left foot. Let your breath become a normal rhythm. Focus on centering yourself with the remaining limbs that are on the floor, pressing into the mat, lifting in the belly. From here, lengthening your left leg, dropping your hip to a more neutral position. Look forward and then step your left foot all the way forward. Keep your right knee off the ground and then twisting to the left with those big arm circles. 3 backwards, 1 forwards. Turn to the front, inhale here. Exhale, both feet to the front into a forward bend. And then inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, release the arms, round 9. Exhale, hands to heart. Other side plank variations and fallen triangle. Inhale, reaching up and open. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, step the right foot back, knee down as you open your chest. Hold your breath as you come into plank pose. And you can start with your feet wide. I'm going to drop my heels to the left so I can demonstrate this better on this side. So from here, I'm going to come into my side plank with the feet one behind the other, and then I can move the right foot on top of the left foot. Woohoo, she says. So here, really firm in the back of the body. If you want to, you can lift your top leg as well. Lift your hips away from the mat. If you want to, you can take a tree pose here. Whichever variation you get to, deep breath in, deep breath out, and then very gently releasing back to the mat. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. And here we're going to reach the arms over the head to take the forehead to the floor. And then firming the belly and the buttocks. Inhale, reaching the arms up, lifting the head and chest. Exhaling down. Arms out to the side, same thing. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling down. Arms down by the hips. Inhaling, lift. Palms turned upwards. Exhaling down. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Come through hands and knees or extended child's pose into downward facing dog. Preparing for fallen triangle. So firming the hands, feet are together. Point your right toes back, lift the right leg up, roll the right hip on top of the left and bend the knee. So you first come into your naughty dog variation. And then from here, lengthen the right leg, drop the hip to neutral, draw the right knee into the chest, and then slide the right foot underneath the left hand and foot. Roll onto the inside of the left foot, the outside of the right foot. Reach your left arm up into the air. Fallen triangle. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Then replace the left hand on the floor. Bend the right knee into the chest, pivoting on the left. foot. So you come into three-legged dog, and from three-legged dog, step your foot all the way forward. Open your chest as you look forward. The back knee is not on the mat. We're just going to come straight forward into a forward bend. Exhaling, turning the backs of the hands to the floor. Inhaling to come up. And exhaling, hands to heart. Well done, guys. And left side, inhale, stand tall, palms forward. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching up, opening the front of the body. And exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, step the left foot back, knee to the mat, opening your chest. And then hold your breath as you come into plank pose. Start with your feet wide apart as you exhale. Then drop the heels to the right and stack, lift the left arm up. And then stack the left foot on top of the right foot to lift the body away from the mat. If you are happy here, you can float the left foot off the right leg. If you want to, you can bend your left knee so that you rest the left foot on top of the right leg, reach the left arm overhead into a tree pose variation. Wherever you are, deep breath in, deep breath out, and then very gently returning to the mat and exhaling, knees, chest, chin. Reach the arms over the head, forehead to the floor, this time lifting arms and feet as well. So prepare the buttocks and the belly muscles. Inhale, lift the feet, the arms, the head, the chest. Exhale down. Arms out at shoulder height, same thing. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling down. Arms down by the hips, same thing. Roll the shoulder blades together, inhaling, lift. And exhaling down. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, come through hands and knees, or extended child's pose into downward facing dog. And stepping your feet towards each other. Doing our three-legged dog variation, coming into fallen triangle. So first, pressing the chest towards the thighs, lifting the belly, lifting the left leg up. Stacking the left hip on top of the right, bending the left knee. And then from here, lengthening the left leg again, dropping the hip to a more neutral position, drawing the left knee into the chest. You're on the ball of your right foot. Slide the left foot underneath the right hand, coming onto the inside of the right foot, the outside of the left foot. Lift the right arm up. Keep lifting in your hips. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And from here, gently placing the right hand down again, twisting back to your three-legged dog, chest towards your thighs, and then step the left foot all the way forward, opening the chest as you look forward, pressing off the back foot to step forward into a forward bend. Exhaling here, backs of the hands to the floor. And then inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Release the arms. We are round 10 and it's a gentle round. Turning the palms to face forward. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Inhale, reach up and open the front of the body, firm in the belly. Exhale as you fold into your forward bend. Inhale, step the right foot back, knee down as you open your chest. Hold your breath as you come into a very normal plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, gentle cobra. This time we're coming to child's pose. Exhaling, tucking the toes, centering the weight back on over the heels, forehead to the floor, turn the palms upwards, and take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Then we're going to stretch the elbows as far forward as possible, bend the arms at the elbows and place the hands at the top of the back or the bottom of the neck, as the case may be, for another deep breath in. And deep breath out. Maybe one more deep breath in. And deep breath out. And reaching the hands forward, firming the hands in their comfortable position, untucking the head and tucking the toes, coming into downward facing dog. And in your down dog, lots of lovely undulations. Maybe bending both knees, wiggling the hips from side to side. Maybe just paddling through the arms and the legs, turning the head. When you're ready, from your center, you can bring the knees to the floor, or simply step the right foot forward to open the chest. Looking forward, exhale, both feet to the front, hands to feet, head to knees. And then inhale to come up. And exhale, hands to heart. Final side. Inhale, release the arms, palms turned forward. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up and open the front of the body. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Inhale, step the left foot back, knee down, opening your chest. Standard plank as you hold your breath. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Standard cobra as you inhale. Exhale into child's pose. I was going to do downward dog, sorry. Child's pose, knees apart, toes together, forehead to the floor. Here, just start by releasing the hands by wiggling the fingers, maybe rolling the wrists a little. Then you can tent the fingers of the right hand, lift your head and chest to slide your left arm underneath the body, take the left side of the head and shoulder to the floor, relax your right arm down, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. One more like that, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Tent the fingertips of the right hand again. Make some space to slide yourself back to center. Forehead to the floor and in between, and then tented left fingertips. Slide the right hand underneath the left arm. Right side of the head and shoulders to the floor, relaxing the left arm for a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Tent the left fingertips, create a little bit of space to bring yourself back to center. Forehead to the floor, spreading the palms wide and the fingers. Untuck yourself from downward dog, from child's pose into downward facing dog. And just a little gentle undulation here in downward dog. Just taking one more breath to do whatever suits you. I like to turn my head from side to side. And then from here, from hands and knees, or dropping the buttocks to the heels, inhale as you step the left foot forward to open the chest. Exhale, both feet to the front into a forward bend. Widen your feet, let your breath go into its natural rhythm, and gently sway a little from side to side, holding elbow to elbow, or turning the backs of the hands to the floor, lengthening through the back of the neck, becoming ragdollish. And in your own time, maybe with the feet just a touch closer together, bending the knees deeply, drop the weight into your heels, scoop the belly in, chin to chest, and roll up one vertebra at a time till you come to standing, hands to heart if you're dizzy, or if not, inhale, reaching the arms over the head, and exhale, hands to heart to finish. Take a moment to feel the effect of your practice. You can relax your arms down. Become aware of any places in the body that feel perhaps they're carrying a little bit of effort from the practice, or areas that feel warm or released, or hopefully the cooling down around means you're not too sweaty at the moment. That's all good. You can roll your wrists if that feels good. Wiggle anything that needs wiggling. If you prefer, just drawing your chin to your chest, making a few motions through your neck to stretch out any issue, any tension there. And then when you're ready, preparing for a winding down and relaxation. So get your get 2 blocks if you've got 2 blocks, or a bolster if you don't, and a blanket. That's what you need. I'll grab them from over here. And we will just come in the plank variations. We do so much with the upper body. It's really nice to create a bit of openness in the upper body as we do our relaxation. So we're going to do yin fish, and you can do that over a rolled blanket or bolster. along the length of the spine, along the length of your mat, with the head end propped up a little higher with a cushion or a block of some kind. If you've got two blocks, you can set them up in the T shape like I do and open your chest that way. Both are different but equally useful, depending on you. I find the firmer support underneath the body suits my muscles a little bit better. So, in your own time, coming down to rest over the support that you have in place and allowing the arms to rest away from the body. Keep the feet on the floor with the knees bent to begin with. Just allowing the arms to rest away from the body, taking a few moments to shuffle if you need to get the support into the right place. Allow the weight of the head to be really supported, so there's no effort at all in the front of the neck or the chest. Allow the chest to open, the arms to be heavy, the sides of the body to mold around your support. And take a few breaths here, just finding that sweet spot of release, beginnings of letting go. And if you feel supported by something really steady and stable underneath you, you may feel that you can explore different leg options. So knees up, feet on the floor. It's perfect for those particularly who don't feel such an affinity for back bending, because it supports the pelvis and the low back a little bit more. But if your back is quite bendy and you don't mind, you can release the feet long, legs long along the mat. And then that will give you a little bit more openness here in the pelvis, at the front of the body and the hip flexors, which have also worked very hard. And if you enjoy it like this, you may also choose to have the feet together, soles of the feet together, the knees resting out to the side. And as long as you have support for the thighs, so the thighs are touching the floor, the knees aren't hanging in space, then you can hold this variation. If your thighs don't touch the floor, just placing something underneath them, blocks or cushions, so that you can let go, because if you're holding yourself away from the floor, you will not let go. So choose whichever variation is the best for you. Try to soften all of the effort from your face, from your jaw, your tongue. Swallow deeply if you find that difficult, and sometimes that helps you to release. We're going to stay here for 5 more deep breaths. At the end of your next exhalation, if you've got your knees wide, just helping them together or coming slowly with them together, stretching the legs along the mat. If you've got your legs long along the mat, turning the toes to point upwards and sliding your feet in one at a time. We're going to roll to one side, preparing the belly muscles for support, just enough to move the blocks out or the bolster out from underneath us, placing the blocks to one side, releasing the arms away from the body, allowing the spine to find its comfortable spot here on the floor. Here, taking the arms, stretching them wide away from the body, just allowing the head to roll from one side to the other, supported by the floor. And then with your head in the center, crossing the right arm over the left arm, let the fingers drape towards the mat. If you can reach around the back of your body, you can place the fingers onto the back of the body and just allow the weight of the arms to be across your chest. Feel that space between the shoulder blades beginning to release down, maybe even a touch of length in the back of the neck. Maybe a gentle sway of the nose from side to side. It won't go far, but just to keep tension out to the back of the neck. In the center, take a deep breath in, sigh out through your mouth. And then very gently releasing, taking the arms wide. And here, with the arms wide, firming the belly muscles, just letting the knees sway from side to side, just a little. Releasing tension from the sides of the body, the low back, the waist. And then in the center with the knees, crossing the left arm over the right arm, holding onto the back of your body or letting the fingertips drape towards the floor, the weight of the arms be heavy. Just gently wiggling the nose from side to side. And when you're ready, in stillness, taking a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Or maybe do one more, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Releasing the arms, taking them back to the sides of the body. Take a moment just to feel the backs of the shoulders on the floor, and then bring the knees into the chest one at a time. Hugging the knees, making any circling motions or motions of your choice, just to create a little bit of massage in the back of the body. And then whenever you're ready, you can cover yourself with your blanket and lie into a relaxation pose of your choice. So if you wanted to do legs up the wall, you could do legs up the wall. It's a really nice thing to calm the nervous system. But hopefully our winding down has had that effect as well. If you're lying flat on the floor, you might like a little bolster or something underneath the backs of the knees. Allow the feet to be wide with the toes falling out to the side, the arms relaxed sufficiently away from the body so that your shoulders are relaxed. And take up some space, especially if you're practicing in a place where you've got space around you. Palms turned upwards, lengthening through the back of the neck, just a touch, not too much. And then bring your body to stillness. Take a deep breath in, sighing out through your mouth. We'll do 3 more. Deep breath in, let all of your effort go. Deep breath in, let your muscles begin to relax. The last big breath in, and surrender your weight down into your mat. As your breath falls back into its natural rhythm and falls away into silence, take your awareness into your forehead, feel it soften and spread. Feel the area around your eyes relaxing. Your mouth, tongue, jaw, releasing. Allow the whole of the back of the body to be heavy, warm, supported, and releasing down. In the front of the body, allow yourself a sense of space space over you, space between the feet, between the arms and the body, space in the palms of the hands. Observe the pattern of your breath. And as you breathe, allow your body to relax a little deeper with every exhalation. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to your hands and your feet by wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles. When you feel ready, take a deep breath and stretch the body in any way that feels good to you. And when you're ready, you can bend your knees in and hug them towards you, just easing a little bit of length into the back of the body, maybe massaging with some light circling, rocking and rolling as you choose. And in your own time, you can roll to one side. Just take a moment to curl up there. And in your own time, coming into any comfortable seated position with your eyes gently closed, resting your hands over your heart. As you sit, observe the changes in how you feel compared to the beginning of the class. Perhaps there is something quite noticeable. Perhaps you are just feeling a little bit tired in the shoulders. Know that the efforts that you've made in this class will stoke that sun energy in your center, that yellow light within, and allow that to blossom forth onto your face as a smile when you're ready, opening your eyes. Namaste, guys. Well done. It was a strong class today. Hopefully all of the limbering and the winding down have helped balance out that strength in the center. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.